So now we've got the machine suspended from our crane and we're ready to start using it. Like all of our vacuum lifters, the Clad Boy CB3 is a battery operated unit. If I open the main door here, you'll see inside the machine where the batteries are. So we've got two batteries behind the rubber seals here. We've got the vacuum pump, we've got a battery charger, and we've got various other components. Also inside here, you'll see some spare seals, which we'll refer to later. And you'll also see the machine instruction manual. That always accompanies the machine to site. In there, you'll find a copy of the CE and LOLA certificates for the machine. You'll also find information about wind speed limits and suggestions for daily checklists. Make sure this manual stays with the machine. When you don't need to access those things, you can keep that cabinet locked on the key there. When the machine arrives on site, it will have been charged in our warehouse and it'll be ready for use. But once you've used it, you'll need to put it on charge. And the charging cable is in this box on the side of the machine. Just needs a standard 110 volt supply. And when it's connected to a live supply, this orange light on the front of the machine will illuminate to show that it's being charged. When the battery is depleted, the machine will need around 6 to 8 hours of charging. So for that reason, it's ideal to put it on charge overnight. And don't worry, you can't overcharge the battery. So you can leave it on charge from Friday night till Monday morning. On this side of the machine, there's a voltmeter, which will indicate the state of the battery. That will register when we switch the machine on. Now, Clad Boy CB3 is a 24 volt machine. So this gauge, even though it's calibrated up to 32, will never show much higher than 24 to 25 volts. And as you use it throughout the day, that needle will work its way down the scale to around 24, just below 24 volts. If you do forget to charge it after a full day's use, you simply won't be able to use the machine the following day for a full shift. You've got the main on-off power switch. You've also got on this side a water trap. So with a Clad Boy, you can lift wet panels and you can operate in wet conditions. But just make sure you take normal precautions by removing excess water from the panel where the suction pads are going to locate, and keep your eye on this water trap. Water will gradually accumulate in here, and at the end of the working shift, when the machine's switched off and the vacuum's vented, you can drain the water by unscrewing this little black screw here, let the water drain out, and then reinserting that screw and tightening it. But please be very careful. That's a plastic screw, and it's easy to cross-thread it. So be careful there and don't over tighten it. You've also got on this side of the machine here the pivot locking pin I showed you earlier. So that's got two possible positions. At the moment that's locked, so this bar here can't rotate. If I pull it out through 90 degrees, the bar can rotate. And that really hasn't got an application for roof work, but it does come into play when you put the machine back in the box, and you also use that mechanism when you're lifting and positioning wall panels. In the front of the machine, you've got the charging light we talked about. You've got a red and green indicator light. The red light is linked to an audible warning siren. On the front of the machine, you've got a vacuum gauge under here, which we'll talk about shortly. And finally, on this side of the machine, you've got the main vacuum control lever. And at the moment it's not in suction position. To put it into the suction position, you rotate it up and it goes into that clamping mechanism, and that will be the suction position. And when you come to release suction, you just push that up and pull that down to release suction. And the idea of that mechanism is that you can't accidentally release suction. It's a double operation. So I'm going to switch the machine on now, and it's going to go through a short series of actions where the siren will sound and the red lights will come on, and I'll go quiet for a few seconds. So I'll switch the machine on. So every time you switch the machine on, it will go through that sequence. And for that reason, don't switch the machine off and on again between lifting panels. switch it on a morning and leave it on for the whole working session, and only switch it off when you've lifted your last panel. Then you can put the machine in the transport box and put it on charge. But now we switched it on, you can see that the voltmeter is now registering. So this is indicating around 25 volts, just over 25 volts, which indicates, you know, a fully charged battery. On the other side of the machine, in the front of the machine, you'll see, or you have noticed that when we first switched it on, the red light came on. You could hear the little warning indicator, and now that's been changed for the green light. The red light's gone off and the green light's come on. That indicates that the machine is now ready to start using. So we're going to stop this video now, and I'm going to move across, put this machine over our sample panel, and we'll restart shortly.